There you go. And by little bit, I mean not at all. Dan. Gan. Ron. Father. It's been a few days since I last played this. The last thing that happened was we were in free time, Makoto was dumb, and screwed up his chances with Kyoko. Sakura got outed. And we're still just chilling. We're still all just chilling. No one has a motive just yet. What? Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Oh god, this music. I don't know how long it's been since I played this, but my headset is surprisingly really loud, so I'm gonna go into options and turn this back down again. There you go. Unveiling the spy was the motive? Yeah, no one has a real motive yet, though. Oh, it's Hiro. The murder. Okay, it's been a bit. What's his voice? Got it. Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong? Look! Hiro's finger shook as he pointed. Hello? Why is she attacking a girl?
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her.
What?
Genocide Jill killed Hina!
But Hina's fine.
You've gotta be kidding!
No, she's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
Giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. Look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? Collarbone?
Totally not adorable.
Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys just get her out of my sight, okay? Or
My
else
beautiful
I'll start cutting
scissors!
and cutting and cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Put that tongue away. Literally scissored because of balloons. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. Why do they switch constantly between Genocide Jack and Genocide Jill? It's like when they're in Jill's presence, they call her Genocide Jill, but if they're talking about them with anybody else, it's Genocide Jack. That seems weird. Because one moves the plot. Oh, is that real? When they're talking about Genocide Jack, it's... No, never mind. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
You sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Brilliant. I don't really know why they do that. Yeah. Come on, you're supposed to be the expert. What's going on, Danny? But man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. You mean, like for the second time, Hiro? If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Oof. Actually, more like oaf. Hiro's an oaf. Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? We just got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura? At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. You'll just be covered in giant jerk buttholes. It smells bad. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
What the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
Serious?
Get it? Donuts? A dozen? A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears, and just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, or is it tears? The door of the nurse's office burst open, and I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura.
Huh?
Sakura.
You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this?
It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all the demented, murderous fiend's fault. Oh, this is... Oh, boy. I wonder what's going to happen.
To hurt Hina.
What'd you say?
Damn you, to leave me alone, but hurt her. What is
How
this?
dare
What
you!
is this?
I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch. Her arm's off of her side. It's just a scratch.
No
Gurren.
forgiveness! I can't
None
forgive
forgiveness.
this!
Can't forgive that. We're just screaming.
If you want to hate someone, hate me. But if you want to hurt someone, hurt me.
What? Is Hiro... What? It wasn't Hiro's fault.
I don't hate you
I
exactly.
can't forgive
Why? Somebody save me. What is going on? Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later...
Hey,
What's going on? Oh.
What's all this noise about?
Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the
it
room.
would seem...
I gather that something has happened.
Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay.
Clearly.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now.
Drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Where are you drawing it? Alright, wait, Sakura? Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Oh, yeah. Can we make up? Can we make up? Can we make up, please? Kyoko? Are you still mad? Please? Yeah, I
That's
figured.
fine.
It's fine.
Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore.
What issue? You forgive me for not being able to talk about
In
it?
other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right?
Yeah. That's very mature, Kyoko. I'm glad you figured that out, because Makoto could not put that down into words.
To think like
I
that?
wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you,
Rude? What?
because
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind.
That's
I'm sorry.
I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
and I
may have overreacted.
Oh, here we go. Getting down in the nurse's office. Let's play doctor.
anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's over and done. Like I said, let's just forget about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Whew.
That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I want to talk to you about something else. What is it you want to talk to me about,
Indeed.
Kyoko?
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me.
Did it?
I have business there.
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out.
Yes, but...
shall we go?
All right, I guess we're going. If there's anybody that I'm going to walk alone in this hallway with, it's going to be Kyoko. With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. The Genocide Jack, Genocide Jill thing, I think it might be a translation thing. In Japanese, she's called Genocider Show. And that's it. Just Genocider Show. Kyoko. I hurried to catch up to her. Yeah. So maybe they went for like a Jack the Ripper type thing, or maybe it was just to throw people off. Because clearly, if you say Genocide Jack, everyone's going to be like, it's a guy. And then it's even a bigger reveal when it turns out to be Toko. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence, I chased her. Oh boy, I like that line. That's good. Eventually, we arrived. You been talking to Chihiro? Or Alter Chihiro?
Indeed.
But you said you didn't need Alter Ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job.
I don't really know. I'm not finding any good info on it. All right. Just one of those weird translation quirks then.
Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us.
Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently, he has something he wants to ask us.
Alter Ego wants to ask us something. Do I actually get to type? Do I get to answer? No, I don't get to answer. I've never been able to answer. Hello. Is it just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough?
Thank you.
No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. What is it he wants to ask
Indeed.
us?
Let's find out, shall we?
Kyoko typed in the question.
What do you want to ask us?
But yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. Do we even have an RJ45? An Ethernet cable? Seeing that show can be a boy's name and has several different meanings, so I really just don't know. They should have gone with like a genocide Alex. I don't know, it doesn't run off the tongue as good as the alliteration of genocide Jack, whatever. Whatever. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I finished my work? I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
right.
That's what Master would want too. Who do you think's gonna take you with us? If we got a way out, we are bolting. We're not gonna stop and pick you up first, sorry. So, to help everyone else to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. If you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it, and then they'd find you, and you agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
Realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. I am an inhuman AI, you're right. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my
It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. Couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed and whispery. Too admirable and quiet. Too fragile. You know, I don't even need to fix that one. That fits.
Hey,
You remembered what you asked before, Makoto? You asked me what the difference is between a person and a program, right?
Yeah?
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
It ain't easy being great. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend.
Kyoko?
To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore, because if we take any more risk, the mastermind will notice it. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network.
Hey,
But-
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. He says he wants to find a friend, put in his place, or just sit by and do nothing in this situation. If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, would you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Rise up. Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them they're their friend.
So,
There's way too many Kyoko lines all at once now. I'm not complaining, though. You guys fighting? If it's about me, please
I
don't.
want to believe in myself.
Right? I want to be able to say, I know I can
Leave
do
it
this.
to me.
Let me try. Sure.
listen.
If he wants to do it, who are we to deny him? We are nothing but pawn. We are nothing but servants to his wishes.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice.
The bathroom, or right here. Rise up, gamers. That was more a Hamilton reference, but you know what? Hamilton was a gamer, so it's fine.
That's
One
right.
place.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance cameras.
A room without surveillance cameras. A secret room. Where's the bathroom? I guess that is the secret room? The AV room has no cameras. You got it. The AV room has no cameras whatsoever. That's it. The secret room you told me about. Yeah, that one where I got bonked in the head by Rey Mysterio. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in
Indeed.
there.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there.
Where? Where can you connect to the network?
I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
Oh, thank you.
However,
Should have just clicked the button. Yeah, it's AV room, not a camera room. A camera. Oh, you got me there.
However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger.
Clearly.
There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over.
You're right.
That's what we have to do.
Despite all that, I still think we need to
Correct.
try.
We're at no risk. Why wouldn't we?
That's our best chance at finding any new clues.
Kyoko, in that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it. She's the one wearing like a jacket. She could easily just put it in her jacket pocket. What's Makoto wearing? Oh wait, he's also in a jacket.
It's
All right,
true.
well, it doesn't matter. You're both wearing kind of the same thing.
Okay, then I'll leave it to you. Thank you. Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay?
I don't think he can feel. We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. He's got nerves. Huh? What is this program? He's wearing a jacket over a hoodie, so he's got 2 layers. You can't talk right now. We're gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. Pre-roll ads have been turned back on. Dang it. Why did I get a notification for that? That's weird. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I don't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers.
There might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already.
Well, all we can do is go and check for
it's
ourselves.
true.
Agreed, let's head to the secret room.
So this is a dude that left a secret room with network cables, with a functioning, working laptop, and was like, I'm a genius. They'll never find out. Never. LMAO adds Imagine. Don't mind me. Why are you hanging out in front of the nurse's office, actually? Donnie from Eliza Thornberry. My obsession. What are you doing? Living. Okay, I see. Anyway, I'm headed back to my room. I'll just be there, living, totally calm. What? Okay. They put her right on the path too. You couldn't resist talking to her on the way up these stairs. So
Hey.
freaking stupid. You say that, but what if them finding it as part of a trap? It's like that that episode of Rick and Morty where it's just the 2 bots going back and forth. And it's like, I knew you were going to do that and plug it in, which is why I put the Ethernet cable in there in the first place. And then Kyoko's gonna come back. I knew this Ethernet port was trapped the whole time, which is why I crimped this Ethernet cable with my own that has a I don't know, encrypting on it, so you can't read what's actually going on. I don't know. Genocide Joe's suddenly more relatable, maybe to you.
Hey, Makoto. Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go check again.
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go, and make sure you don't run off. I'm gonna wait right here.
I get it, she's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go!
Okay.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you.
Why we just... Well, they already know that we know that this room's here, so... No point in acting like I'm going to the bathroom. Hey, first we have to find a network cable. I wonder where it could be. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Oh, there it is. Actual RJ45. Now we just have to connect it to Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. There you go, buddy. What the 2 cables? I should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it
Leave it
worked.
to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. So you can go on the internet now? Can you look up how many videos Vinesauce has uploaded since I've been stuck in here? It's been like multiple days. He's probably doing something, right? 1 for power, 1 for internet. Now he suddenly needs power? Might be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while.
I'm gonna do
Just hold
my
tight and
best.
put your faith in me. All right. So I was about to leave. I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Makoto. How do you know it was me?
Makoto.
How'd it go?
Well, went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real
Correct.
feelings.
I see. And there's nothing left for us
Goodbye.
here. Goodbye.
All right, see ya. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko? What? Just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point.
That's rude. Isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
You're supposed to say it's not me, it's you. Or wait, no.
Could I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance.
That's not what I meant. Just I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about
It's
Sakura?
true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the minds to listen.
And what should we...
so
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Here, take my handy dandy notebook. If you see any clues, draw a picture.
Which is my
Correct.
alter ego.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends.
You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. Before long at all, went to sleep, woke up, nighttime, gonna hear crashing, gonna wake up and see Sakura doing something sus. I completely dozed off. What? Hello? I'm sleeping. Sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Good morning? Is it Kyoko?
Makoto.
Hey, yo!
Get out here.
Indeed.
What's going on?
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost.
Whoa.
It sounds like something's happened.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Where Celeste was? Hina? You good? Makoto, Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. That's what I just asked. In the rec room! What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. When I did... Sakura? What are you doing? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair, but she's bowing her head?
Hey,
That locker is open, too.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
I was just walking past, and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. Is she about to kill herself? I tried knocking. I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. What should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? If we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
I just
Wrong.
said.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
Then
It
what?
would seem
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room.
That's still breaking open a door, though. But whatever.
Is it the chair?
in other words.
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
There's no problem if we break in. Why don't we call Monokuma over and just ask? Like right now, he's always watching. He can appear at any second. Why don't we just get some quick verification before you end up dying for this, okay? There's no problem if we break
Indeed.
in.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait, right here. Not breaking a locked door. It's in the rule book. Kyoko knows the rules. So that it specifically says it has to be breaking open a locked door, not just any door. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She was just unconscious, right? Yes? Okay. She okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
After all, you're a boy.
Please!
Hurry. Okay, you stand back. Took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. It bounced off the glass and and hit me square back in the face. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. Crash Bandicoot! The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I could probably not smash a window with a broom. So good on you, Makoto. When we were at the Renaissance Fair, stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. Chair's pretty heavy, but if I could just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura. I ran up to her as fast as I could. When we were at the Renaissance Fair, I paid $10 for me and Kinsey to try doing axe throwing. She's done it before, and she's told me she's been able to hit the targets and have the axe stick. And I paid $5 for each of us. We each got 4 or 5 axes. I don't remember the number. And then she tossed like 4 of them in a row, and they would hit the target, but they wouldn't stick. And then on the last one, she tossed it, and it stuck straight into the center of the target. And I was like, you actually did it. Oh my god, you're not lying. So then I went up, just tossing my axes. None of them even, like, went straight at all. I would toss my axe, and it would hit, like, the target with the blunt side of the axe somehow. And I'm tossing it as hard as I could, and as straight as possible. And I'm, like, doing, like, a back overhand throw. And it was just dunk, dunk, dunk. And then the guy running the booth was like, we see who wears the pants in the relationship. I didn't play any more carnival games after that. I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her, she grabbed it. Wait. Oh no, she's fine. She's happy. She's fine? All it felt was cold death? Oh. Could only feel the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... Oh, shoot. Body.
A body has been
Shoot.
discovered!
I didn't think she'd actually be dead. You use it like a pool cue, it'll be easier because all the forces on one point.
Time,
Yeah.
which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
That's how those little tools that they use to break open windows in cars. That's how that works too. It's all focused on one point. Danganronpa.
Huh?
So, Sakura's dead. I figured Sakura would have been the one to kill somebody to save Hina.
Sakura's dead?
Same voice line.
She's really dead?
I never noticed this before, but Makoto looks like he's got mad cataracts. How does he see anything? No wonder everyone feels so sorry for him. They probably think he's like blind. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. Did she do it herself?
We didn't make it in time. It's happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. Wondered if was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
You do that and tell me what you find. Just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. So, my initial thoughts. The door was barricaded and no one could get in. Is it possible to barricade the door from the outside? Does Hina know what happened and is just acting like she doesn't know? Did she help her, like, do this? Was it an assisted type thing? And if so, does that make Hina the murderer? Because that would suck. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after, I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes.
She's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko
Just a
began.
second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
Oh, whoever killed her. There's someone in this room.
It's your
It
fault!
was one of you, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? You don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of
I
her.
won't forgive you.
Did it. I know it. You know it? Oh. Jeez. I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
Murder flyer.
Yeah.
Don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. You're gonna ruin that little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you. That door, that doesn't count as breaking open, right? We're good? We're clear? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought
In
again.
other words-
Then I killed her? It's not in the rules that you can't. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. Good thing that wasn't during the trial. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well,
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one. You don't know who it was?
What is this?
You owe them one? Have the description. I hope you're not talking about what I think you're talking about. Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? He knows, but he can't hint at it. Oh.
What is this?
The hell? He owes them
I
one.
won't forgive
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
What? What? No. Well, wait, but she's the only one that is most likely not to do it too, though. But still, I kind of need her. You can't assign her to that duty. Referring to the murder flyer. Okay, I thought you were referring to Hina's face. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
that's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't
I
forgive
won't let
you.
someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are just in as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a
It's all
compromise?
clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
This is fair. Nope, don't really care. She's just here. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
And it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request.
Kyoko knows something. That Kyoko voice is amazing. Oh, thanks.
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory.
Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Execution! Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Sponsored. So, I can't fall back on Kyoko. Byakuya's kind of a weirdo that I can't trust. Hina's not going to do anything. And the other two aren't investigators. The only other person that could help is Sakura, and she's in the chair. Better check the Monokuma file before anything. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. She poisoned herself. You're really lucky. Just wing it. Celeste was really lucky. See how winging it got her.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that?
so...
The one and only way into the rec room is the door we just came through.
Except for the way Monokuma came in.
And that door had just been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside, there's no way in or out, so we broke that window, there's like zero escape,
In
right?
other words,
This is a classic locked room murder.
Classic. Locked room murder, yep. Guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies, or books, or whatever, or games. But could it really happen in real life, or games, and right before our very eyes?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
You're gonna tell me anyway, you just, you seem adamant about explaining everything.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. That simply means that the killer commits his crime and then, through some special method, seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving locking of the room. Basic approach includes using a string, a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
Why do you know all this? You're actually the ultimate Sherlock Holmes reader. And so for all that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was.
correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In
Oh,
other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim's inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
clearly, the only way that could happen is if you have an arrow or a gun.
Yeah, I think we could probably...
Oh, that's me. Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the
it's
list.
true.
Third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean
In
by
other
that?
words,
Well, they stay hidden and then they skedaddle. I mean, that's obvious.
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That didn't happen. Sounds like it could have been possible.
It's true.
Maybe.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
in other
Not
words,
a locked room.
By that I mean there's actually an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible.
You think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes.
Well, let's check the room first, Kyoko.
So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. It's not one. She says it's not the first one, or it's not the second one involving shooting a gap through the door, and it's not the 4th one involving an alternate pathway. So someone could have been in here, although I don't see how. And 2, it could have been what was it? Oh, locking it from the outside. Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems to be most likely in this
it's
case?
true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial, but right now I can't really say.
Okay. The way the killer set up the locked room until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can for Sakura, if nothing else. Where's the poison vial? It's got to be here somewhere. You know, you'd think if she did poison herself, she'd make it as obvious as possible. Be like, nobody killed me. Don't kill anyone over this. It was me. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. It's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what could have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma Vile specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Naturally.
Interesting? Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Maybe she just had a really bad game of Go, or whatever it is on that board there. Renegade? I don't remember what it's called. Looks like some kind of wrapper. Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help calm her down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Selfish. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Really like them that much?
I mean-
What candy is it? But if I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself, that's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. What is it? Is it a lifesaver? Othello. Right, that one. I've never even heard of that game before I played this. This locker is... I noticed this when they showed the cutscene. This was open. Locker's open, and then on the inside is a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint
It's
all
true.
dusted.
It looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group. No, because I saw it was open before we got in. But, you know,
Wrong.
whatever. It's also called Reversey. That's the one. I think I said Renegade last time, and then someone corrected me to Reversey. And I was like, oh yeah, it's Reversey. But I didn't remember that part. I just remembered, oh yeah, Renegade.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh?
Hey.
Why not? I think it was PJ.
Back before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Yep, it was open. Wow, I am so smart. Kyoko's main character. Me? Oh, okay, it was you. I thought it was... I don't remember anything, dude. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Unless the locker has a secret locker inside of it. What does this handprint mean? Locker handprint's been added to the truth bullets. Is it really a truth bullet if it's just a random handprint? PJ was ready to belittle you, so I typed it first. Wow. The shield. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red, and there are top and bottom sections of a bottle. Must have originally been a bottle. Looks similar to the bottles that are on that TV. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. Yep, those were exactly the bottles that are on the TV. It's the Monokuma figure. These ones. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Actually, this isn't a TV, is it? This is just a display case. Inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. And I'm wondering how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So,
It's no different from your standard chip in a bottle.
They make it inside the bottle.
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in
Makoto's so
other
stupid.
words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that, Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Monokuma bottles. Brilliant. There should have been 6. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the bottle was the weapon. I don't really believe that, but you do you, Makoto. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Great. There's the blood. In front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added to the truth bullets. Is there anything else in here? Does the clock do anything? It's It's around 1 o'clock now. According to the file, she died around 12. So an hour ago. That was when... Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego? Oh, what is this? How did I miss all this? Did we just step all over this? This is the, that stuff she likes. Protein. The super expensive, high-quality protein. Some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. Oh god, it's gonna be Hina.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab has all kinds of health stuff. She must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Hey.
You see what's scattered
Around the can?
glass? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also scattered underneath it.
Oh god, the window broke in order for someone to climb out. And then they replaced the window. Oh god, was it actually Hina? Why does that matter?
Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
Important clue, I'm not sure how. Empty protein drink. He wasn't talking about the fact that there's a protein drink, Makoto. Come on.
What the
Can you
heck?
report, Tina? We already know who did it.
Forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Oh, well, I don't want to say anything for sure. Finding out more, you know, investigating. Let me help you find out more, Ayo. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, nice try, this never would have happened, Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. I wonder if she was just lying to Hina.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without
it's
a fight.
true.
And
he certainly didn't, I wouldn't say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
they must have taken her by surprise,
Certainly.
right?
They wouldn't have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
She's also
What?
thinking she killed herself. What do you want? You're bothering me. Something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do that? Oh, what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept
Come
it as
on.
fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Love you too, Byakuya. The door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only noticeable change is the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Alright, I think that's everything. So I guess head to the chem room. Need to examine the crime scene. Did I miss something? Oh, the chair? Yeah. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done on it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that, so the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Yeah. I think I'm figuring this
Listen.
out.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
I think so, for the
So
most part.
then,
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I
Listen to
can't
me.
leave. Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
I'm Kyoko now? She decided she's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. Need to hear what they have to say. I was gonna go check the chem lab to see if the poison's missing, but you know, whatever. So the 2 probably went back to their rooms. No! Oh. Okay, guess I'll do this first. But who was it? Toko and Taka. Hiro. Press the doorbell. Who's it gonna be? After a few seconds. Hi, Toko. Who's there? Oh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. Well,
What do you want?
So you're back to normal.
Brilliant.
Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
it is now a bad time. My dude, you have a limited amount of time before you have to figure out what happened. There's no bad times right now. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. What kind of
What do you want?
slithered? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? Yeah, how do you slither, Mr. Grinch? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. I
Well,
don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? Oh, 2, huh? Just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but accept this fact. That good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Alright. Is Hiro gonna be lying? Or is Hiro just going to genuinely not have one, and I'm not gonna believe him anyways? She slithered back in. She stole the entirety of Christmas in there. I pressed the doorbell. Bing bong. I wish I could slither around. I'd be so cool. Damn it, what the... You're not wrong. That would be cool. After a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Do you need something? Just wanted to see your hair once more. Actually, I just wanted to check on something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
Moving up vertical poles like a freak. How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But she didn't write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. Gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Definitely
Actually-
suspicious. The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
I'm sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. Red herring once again. The big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pockets. Oh, he also stole one of Hina's candies. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again. Probably overanalyzing it, but I find it kind of funny how they used very unnecessary verbs for the writer character. Like a pretentious writer would totally use a verb like slithered. You're saying Slither's pretentious? I thought Slither was pretty good. It's a lot better than the previous one, where every single time that Makoto ran anywhere, he shot. He shot up the stairs, he shot back down the stairs, shot to the nurse's office. He bulleted his way to the upstairs bathroom. He shotgunned his way down into the I don't know. Hina's pants and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room and slithered. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section. So I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I've definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. Sure must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start? The chem lab. Seems most obvious. I find them very necessary, very immersive. I can absolutely picture slithering. It's probably not what the writers had in mind, but what I'm picturing of her slithering back into a room is freaking hilarious, and I love it. I'm imagining her just like on the ground, like from the animation, from The Grinch Stole Christmas, of how he's like slithering around on the ground, stealing the presents. That's what I imagine she did. She's like, I need to go back into my room, and then slumped down to the ground and slithered through a crack in her door. And that's amazing. I love that. Where's the chem lab? Is it on this floor? I think it is. The fourth floor hasn't really been used a lot. There you are. Or is this the physics lab? Oh man, did I mess that up? Shoot. My memory. Wrong room. That's the time travel room. Oh, but luckily the stairs are right here. Imagine her slithering like a snake like that, but like on the wall. What? That's a... No. That makes even less sense. She's like a snail? She's like a slug? Oh, hey.
What?
Kodo, you have your eye on the chem lab too. Just make sure you don't get in my way. Got it. I think you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, weirdo. Spilled poison jar, huh? This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. And footsteps. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Well, someone clearly wasn't. Broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at this point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled?
So in other words...
That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder. It's our footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf. None of these footprints relate to the scene as a whole. We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we? Do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Oh my god, I got gifts from Byakuya! I love them! Let me tell you my background story, Byakuya. Let me update your report card. Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. I got to work. Before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, it's my speed draws here. How's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
See.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. We had to draw to see that? They came in, they went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. We really had to draw to do that? These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
Are they yours? No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big, and you know what they say about big feet. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. But what's the powder of? Master has given Makoto a sock. Makoto is free. Don't call him Master. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Again. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered in the front of the shelf. Also, remains of a broken bottle. Looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Looks like someone has left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning. Why am I doing this all again? This is like just one big recap? That was all just one huge recap. We're not going to talk about how the bottle has a skull and crossbones on it. What's on this shelf? All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers of the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A, huh? But wait, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Did someone put it here on accident? On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers are labeled with the letter C and a number, so I guess I consider this part of the shelving this section C. It's all adding up. When a bottle with a Jolly Roger... When is a bottle with a Jolly Roger ever relevant to murder? How is that relevant? On this shelf is a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers of the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't have to worry too much about the shelf. Try and find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. I know everything that he just said. It's just a recap. Definitely something weird's going on. Already taking a good look at the chem lab. I should take another look around the rec room. It's a good thing that there's no pirates. Otherwise, I'd be worried. Everyone knows that the Jolly Roger symbol is proof that that bottle used to be rum, but it's fermented into just straight up like hardened alcohol or what? I don't know, yeast. And if a pirate saw that, they'd be pretty pissed on that. There used to be a pirate ship in it.
Hey.
What? Oh, inside the bottle? It escaped like in that one Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So that's how they got out. That's how Jack escaped Davy Jones' locker.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I drew this cool picture. Put it up on the fridge, Kyoko. That's what Kyoko, Watoko, and Hiro told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. Oh wait, this is Kyoko.
But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying?
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress in my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time.
Sakura's body? According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered
just
here.
a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but you're also the main character. Please
Hey.
give me a hint.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
No getting around it.
Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Perversely. Although, there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't
It's
get used to
true.
it.
That's totally normal.
And how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I have had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
She's the ultimate serial killer. What?
Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here.
Her shoes?
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep?
It really stands
I
out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Yellow powder's been added.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head.
It's
Look
true.
carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
it would
explain.
seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
Aha! I knew there was more than one bottle missing.
Indeed.
2 blows?
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more
Correct.
interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either
It's true.
one. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
Thank you, Kyoko. You know, she's probably the ultimate, what is somebody who does autopsies? coroner? Coroner? Is that what it is? Or is that just the person that moves the dead bodies? No, because it's a coroner's report, right? Yeah, she's probably the ultimate coroner. Mortician, that would work too. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Dude, Makoto, Kyoko, I ship it. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. She's the ultimate freak. Rude? Something new, something new.
Hey,
Hey, give me a hint, main character.
Did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it.
Well, would you look at that? The pieces are different. Correlation. Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer?
I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree. Does
Hey.
Makoto not know? Does he still not know? Actually, there's one other thing about the... Oh,
One other thing about the Monokuma bottles bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
I love to experiment with you,
anyway,
Kyoko.
You gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle, try to get the smaller pieces too.
Are you sure? It's okay to mess with a crime
That
scene like
doesn't
that.
matter.
I'm already done a third investigation, so it's fine. That obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so
then.
I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass, but
She's not allowed to leave. That's why she makes you solve all the trials. Because she doesn't trust me and she wants me to come up with my own conclusions, so it feels like I'm more likely to believe it than if she were to just tell me. Very manipulative, I guess. I mean, just the conclusion part. Yeah. It's like trying to convince somebody that they came up with their own ideas, and then you're encouraging them rather than being like, that's actually what I wanted you to do from the start, haha. But because you think it's your idea, it's perfectly fine. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Thanks for your help, Hina. Yeah, she's basically trying to make everyone figure it out because it's better in the long run. I haven't seen her talking to anybody else. Just as I finished up.
sorry to
So
keep you
then.
waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
What kind of
in
experiment are we
other
doing?
words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare the weights.
Compare the weights of what? The pieces.
The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
Oh god, is this a mini game? Please tell me no.
Let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Wow, it's balanced.
In other words,
Each one weighs about the same, which makes sense, even though they have very clear stark differences, so the one on the right should be slightly heavier, but you know, whatever. Monokuma figures aside are basically the same. Nothing else could
So
really affect the
then.
weight. Here comes the important part.
Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might you expect to see?
A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. Did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here
so
and there.
then,
Let's give it a try.
It's heavier? How is that possible? It's because
I knew
it was a
it.
poison bottle.
Just as I thought.
in other
What?
words,
Results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all
Hey.
together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you.
She believes in me so much. She trusts me so much. Get you a main character that trusts you to come to your own conclusions. Yeah. Yoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it.
Toko?
One of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it.
Toko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
But not Sakura.
however,
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
Hey, is that says Toko, right? Hina, Airhead, stay out. No. You're gonna do some weird conclusion jumping, and that's not okay. You need someone to come and explain things to you.
What the heck?
And she's the killer, right? There it is. Hasn't been
I
confirmed
won't
yet.
forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We could use it to corner the killer. I could see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Makoto's a firm disbeliever that the easiest solution is the most simple. Or the most obvious solution is the most simple. What is that called? That's, razor, right? Hanlon's razor? Makoto, never heard of it. Magazine dying message been added to the truth bullets of your handbook. Occam's razor. Oh, what is Hanlon's razor? However you spell it. No, I get it.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Good morning, Monokuma.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
Do it.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Nowhere.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Ah, right, that one. Thank you.
See you soon.
I've never heard of Hanlon's razor before I googled it. Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. Ah. Alright. I think I use that one way more often. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Time to use my gun. Trigger Happy Havoc gun. Wow, this room's surprisingly empty. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the? How are you saying that in real life? How are you saying those emoticons?
Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticon! Oh my god, they're actually... Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed!
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! XD! This is just plain creepy.
Well?
How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed!
For example, do you have 100 friends?
He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the? The power of emoticons. What the hell was that?
I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
I don't think I'm acting casual. Oh my god, dude. You're so freaking funny. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. Killer, the one who murdered Sakura and turned her into a bronze statue. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. Only one person could have killed her. That person is here. That person's one of us.
Hey,
What do you think, love?
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going.
All right. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. A deadly crash truck. Oh, wait, that's when we get down there. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. Are you gonna do the trial tonight? They normally take like 2 hours, right? They normally take like the entire stream. So I'll get to a deadly class trial, like that screen where it gives me the skills, and then I'll be done. Because I'll just do it next time. At least an hour, yeah. Even though I don't work tomorrow, I still don't want to be up for till 1 in the morning streaming. Plus, it'll be good start and end point for do you see? There's some white outlines on the. They didn't cut out the characters sprites very well here for some reason. That'll be good for starting and end point for the next stream at least. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and suddenly, as always, ka-thunk! The ride was over. The doors opened once again. It's a Disney gift shop. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Seats? So, the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yeah, I'll save. Do these mean anything? Increases the influence gauge by 5, effective during the class trial. That is your aim a little. Effective during the non-stop debate and the Hangman's Gambit. What does it mean, cost 2 SP? Oh, I have to activate these? Oh, wait a minute. I've already activated some of these. Oh. Recovers more quickly. Effective during... Okay, that seems like a very good one. Increases the influence gauge by 5. What is the influence gauge? Is that your health? Right? They're not necessary. I'll do it anyway. Steadies your aim. I mean... why would I not put all of these on? They're all just buffs. Multiple suspects, murder in a locked room. If anyone was likely to survive, it was Sakura. And yet... Alright. How do I can't save and quit here. Alright, I'll just close it then. Alright. Thanks for watching Danganronpa then. That was good. Did the whole investigation, which was pretty short. But we're down to like very few amount of characters now. I'm assuming a new character will be introduced. Because there's no way I'm like halfway done. It'll be down to so few characters, it'll make it way too obvious who's the killer at this point. I mean, allegedly. But anyway, you got 3 trials left, including this one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that lines up, so I guess no one's going to be introduced then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright. Okay, well... Thank you for watching for tonight. Short stream, but that's fine because the other previous Danganronpas have been over 2 hours. This is the first one in a long time that's under 2 hours. I'm not streaming tomorrow or Monday. The next time I'm streaming will be Tuesday, and I'll probably do this class trial and go until the regular time of midnight 30. Or, 1 in the morning. But anyway... Have a good night. Thank you for watching.